Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently seeing how tenable this position is. The question is, how long or how much can we dig in here, really? We're currently working on building the airbase here, but honestly, I think we should delay that. And we should build more land forts, and I'll just order these a little bit so that our land forts are a little more even. I want to take a quick look here. We could definitely queue up some land forts up here, over here, apparently. I'd like to get pushed back out over here. We'll see how big of a option that really is. I'm not going to queue these up just yet. Okay. So we're going to try something like this. I'm also going to increase our number of planes, not these planes here, up to 800, because we can have up to 1,000 here. So we'll do that, and we'll see if that gets us any measure of air superiority. We're retreating from here right now. We got pushed out of there, but it is what it is. We'll see if we can get pushed back in. We are actually going in now. So that's reasonably okay. But we're stretched very, very thin here, no doubt about that. And that's why we're bringing these guys over. We just need time for them to get here, and then we'll set up a proper army grouping. But we just need to hold off the Germans until they get here. And we're successfully holding them here. And we were pushing them here, but that's not going to be a very permanent thing. Okay, we took back this territory. So this is much more defensible territory. Are we going to be able to defend this, though? We took it. But can we hold it? The answer is yes, actually. Cool. So that's great. How far away are these guys? They're still a ways. It'll take time. We're holding this location. This is actually undefended. Indonesia is not in this war. So this spot right here is fully undefended right now. I'd like to get this tank up here. How are we doing logistically? It could be better. A naval bottleneck here. And over here. Fair enough. Okay, an ace pilot was promoted. That's all well and good. Now, one thing I had noticed in between episodes is that the Americans have actually made a landing up here. So I think the Germans are likely responding to that more than they're responding to us right now. And also Uganda exists. They're neutral. Sure, whatever. But the Americans landed up here. There was also a landing up here that happened. So I think that the Germans are currently slightly distracted, and they're not really sending their maximum forces to us. These guys are just kind of chilling up here. Sure. So we're going to have our reinforcements arriving here pretty soon. However, I am concerned about our naval bases here. And I'm going to cancel these Goa constructions. They are irrelevant to us now. So that's fine. These land forts are finishing up, though. So that's going to be a nice strong point for us. I would love to take this location once our reinforcements arrive. We'll see how realistic that is. How are we doing in the air war? Okay. Looks good. Do we control enough of the state here to be controlling the anti-air? Yes, we do. For both of these states. That's really good. That's absolutely fantastic, in fact. So we're still on cautious attack here, and that's going to be the case until these guys show up. Which some of them will be showing up shortly. But for the moment, how many troops have the Germans lost? These are the Germans over here, right? No, this is us. This is the Germans. Okay. We've had some pretty major casualties. At least in comparison to, like, the British Empire. But the French Commune has lost way more. Cool. So we'll arrive over here. And we're just trying a few probing attacks down over this way. But there aren't that many German troops. I mean, there's a lot of German troops. But not as many as there could be. And I think that's because of this invasion here. Is my current theory. But there we go. Our reinforcements are beginning to arrive here. This is no bueno. Let's take these 2 infantry units over here. I don't want to lose this, if we can at all help it. In fact, everybody come on over. Actually... well, our organization is basically shot here, but no, it's all good. You guys can go where you're going to go. Cool. So we need to put in a field marshal here. So let's go ahead and promote Leslie Morshead up to field marshal. And we'll put him in charge here. We could give him a new trait, and logistics wizard might be really good here. There we go. We'll give him Logistics Wizard. Okay. We're still waiting for some of these troops to arrive and be distributed. So they will arrive here eventually. British Malaya wants to move troops through our territory. That's okay. There are a large amount of Germans showing up over here. There's no doubt about that. But we are getting fairly dug in. I think at this point we probably should queue up these. Because this is where I think we're in most danger right now. So we're going to dig in some land forts. They build very quickly. Actually, incredibly quickly. So we'll get those underway. And we'll just get dug in here. And we're going to redistribute our armies fairly soon here. For now, we're having them spread out unoptimally. But we want to make sure that we have coverage basically everywhere before we get them spread out a little bit more optimally, because we don't want to give up terrain if we don't have to. So this is reasonably fine looking at this point. I kind of wish we weren't attacking over here. I'm going to actually have our troops stop attacking. I don't want to be spending any manpower or material here. Cool. I want them just to attack us and fail. Okay, so all of our troops here have now landed. That's beautiful. We are digging in. And we will continue to do so for quite a while here. Now, here's the question. If, hypothetically, we were to get rid of these two orders and do a front line like so, would we lose any land? I guess we'll find out. I think we're okay. We're going to be doing some redeployment here. They're taking attrition. That's interesting. Okay. So we're continuing to build all of these land forts, right? That is a very high priority for us. And at this point, I think we might just build the land forts that are queued up here. They've been trying to attack quite unsuccessfully so far. But yeah, I think this will be the plan. We definitely see a railway gun here. That's exciting. Cool. We don't have enough manpower to fill our garrisons. We're missing 15 manpower, but that may fill up over here, so that should be fine. Okay, there's a lot of Germans showing up over here. That's for sure. Who's attacking over here? The Japanese? Yes, the Japanese. They're not going to do very much. There are some American troops down here now. But this up here is, I think, a very big deal. So we're going to dig in here, and we're just going to do like we did in India. We're going to wait out getting some constructions done here, and getting our overall position extremely fortified. And hopefully tax them a little bit. How are they doing on manpower these days anyway? It is shortly after the month tick. Okay, they've been hovering at about this same number for like ever. So that's good to know. I'm not going to launch an offensive at this time, but we can certainly plan one out. An ideal offensive for us would be something along the lines of... well, something along the lines of this, actually. Keeping in mind state borders and defensible terrain. For the time being, I'm not going to order that attack. There are a lot of German troops here. They may end up shuffling troops out of here. We do see quite a number of American troops down here. But we do need to get these constructions finished. They can exhaust themselves on these attacks all they want for the moment. That'll be fine. Cool. I do think that getting these naval bases upgraded, at least as far as level 5, is quite important. So we're going to do that, and we're only going to have 11 factories currently working on our land forts. We have a lot of land forts built as it is. I'm going to move these up to keep it a little bit more even. Cool. For now, that's fine. So I want to get these naval bases upgraded a little bit. We definitely have a supply flow issue. We don't have a supply distribution issue. So we need to get more supplies in here. Level 4 naval bottleneck there. And a... we're only seeing a railway bottleneck, Cape Town to Port Elizabeth here. Ah, I see. It decided to only flow in through this naval base for right now. I wish we could control our naval routes. That would be nice. Nothing actually changed here, but it recalculated like this. Which is sad. Because our supply is now objectively worse. But maybe that'll change once we get a naval base upgrade here. That would be awfully nice. We'll see if that ends up happening. Ooh, this isn't good. We are sending reinforcements over. I think we'll arrive in time. Why did we only have one unit there? That's my question. We actually did lose a unit at some point as well. A unit got stack wiped. Or, well, not stack wiped, but eliminated. We do have some training ongoing here. Okay. Wait. What are we lacking here? Equipment. Modern tank chassis. Fair enough. We do need more modern tanks. We'll toss more factories at it. for now, that'll do. Okay, looks like they've decided not to go here. So that's all good. We're definitely very short on our modern tanks, then. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Well, we'll think about what we want to do on that. We could probably pull a factory off of trucks. We can probably pull some factories off of all of this, actually. And that would allow us to toss several additional factories at this. Cool. There we go. We're going to make as many tanks as we can. Our tanks are very expensive to make. There's no doubt about that. They're very good tanks. But they're very expensive. Man, look at how many troops they have here. Actually, hang on. We're 43.9% air superiority right now. Okay. Our tanks are definitely weak right now. That's our biggest issue. We require additional tanks. We could get some tanks to the front by canceling these lines. I'm not sure how necessary that is. I do want to get our logistics over here handled a little bit better. This is a level 3 naval base right now. And this is a level 4. We want to get them up to a level 5 naval base so that we don't have naval bottlenecks there. So after we finish up our naval base in Cape, we're going to drop this down in priority. In fact, we'll probably completely cancel it. As far as I can tell, there's no point in upgrading beyond a level 5 naval base. So that's definitely slightly concerning. Now, they don't have a lot of breakthrough over here. That's for sure. We could definitely back off on our tank recruitment. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do so. We're going to back off to like 5 and 3 here. Now that manpower will disappear pretty quickly. And do we have any bottlenecks out over this way? I don't think so. I think it's just our landing supplies in Cape bottleneck. I think that's the major bottleneck here. So that will get finished up on 16 January. Cool. Now I do want this to be our highest priority land fort right now. Clearly, this is the province that is most in danger, right? So that is very necessary. We'll get that going. And how are we doing on our tanks now? It's better, 2606. And we're making 3 per day currently. We're going to get about another 40% production efficiency. So that's going to be what, like 3.8? Maybe 4? Close to around 4 per day. It won't be enough. That's for sure. But we're dug in at this point. There's a lot of German troops over here, and their supplies don't appear to be too bad. At least not at the moment. If they keep overflowing this region with troops, that might become a different story. This is still extant here. Actually, so is this. What's going on over here? The Portuguese Republic. They're going to lose. I'm pretty sure about that one. Okay. So that's fine. I'm definitely concerned about our tanks. We could back off on our tank chassis quality just to produce more tanks. I would rather not do that. I honestly think that we would be fine backing off to 2 factories for each of these. We have a lot of stockpiled goods here. 2 trucks as well, and 1 train. There we go. We're throwing even more at our tank production. Cool. We are negative on our steel, but that's only affecting our ship production, which right now I'm not too concerned about our ship production. Our ship production is what it is. It's okay. So how's that construction going in Cape? Cool. That will be done in just a couple of days here. So they're repeatedly attacking in these areas. But this seems reasonably fine. Okay, the Cape construction is done. So we're going to move this down in the priority all the way down to here. Cool. That'll be fine. And this will be done on 20 January. I'm hoping that this naval base will become reactivated. That would be ideal. But our stockpile of tanks is, I believe, completely gone here. Let's double check that. This is not helpful. We want to look in here, I suppose. that would be preferential. So our modern tank chassis, we currently have a deficit of 2.39K. 900 of those are new deployments. Our division reinforcement is the majority of it, and with our current production, the shortage will last for 7.62 days. Now, to be clear, we are producing more than we're losing right now. 3.1 per day is our production surplus. That's very good. But we need to work our way through that deficit before we can really think about an offensive. We're probably not going to recruit any additional armor beyond this, is what I'm thinking right now. So that'll be fine. And we're digging in much faster now that we have 15 of our factories working in Natal. So that'll be perfect. This is now a level 4 naval base. And it is now getting supplies as well. Perfect. So that's very, very good. A railroad going up this way, up the coast, would not be a terrible idea. Something like this. And we'll get that constructing. A supply hub up here wouldn't be awful either, but I don't want to do that right now. We'll get this railway done. That'll be done in under a month. So that'll be perfect. We are continuing to build our land forts. And we're just trying to get our tanks produced here. Now, our tank production will improve. We're going to be up to around at least 5 per day. At least 5 per day. That'll be great. But our tanks get spent very quickly in offensive actions. No doubt about that. And tanks are kind of bad on defense, so there's that too. But overall, I'm reasonably content with just absorbing these German attacks. For right now, that's okay. They're wasting a lot of supplies on us. No doubt about that. I was hoping this would have progressed a little bit more. But they're probably doing the same thing we are, and just digging in. Preparing to strike from a place of strength. It's a good plan, for sure. So yeah, they're just continuing to attack over here, but it's getting harder and harder for them all the time. So this is fine. I'm not concerned about it. They may have huge numbers over here, but their numbers don't actually do anything for them. Now we need to get this construction finished. That'll be done in 11 March. So that's underway. And our land forts won't take all that much longer once we get all of this done, right? So this railway is being worked on. And eventually I'd like to build a supply depot over here, but I don't want it to be the top priority. I want to build the supply depot after we have constructed all of these land forts. Like that. Cool. The railway is a high priority, and that'll be done fairly soon. Not too long on that one. So that's all good. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll see if the Germans can manage to break our lines or not. Or if they just kind of leave, like they did in India. Like, that was weird. They just all just walked away in India. We'll see if that ends up happening here. I kind of doubt it, to be honest, but it'll be an interesting thing to look at anyway. And we would definitely like to get the control of the air here, too. That would be really nice, but we'll see if that happens. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Jens Graham, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.